What's up, you guys? I'm Bill Mazurek. This is B-Mass Fishing. Let's kick some bass. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody out there is having a great day. We are back at the U, and the water is dirty, just like every other lake around this area. So we've got weird conditions today. It's gonna be a cooler day, probably the coolest day it's been in several weeks. Overcast, cloudy, winds 5 to 10. It's really low right now. So the grass, like I said, it's gradually, I think, getting worse as far as the dying out. The spray is probably kicking in. So we're just going to have to move around and see what we can get them on. We're going to need to get them on the bottom. If it was slack and sunny, I'd do some flipping. But we're going to stick around in the grass that we can find outside and around, bottom baits, and then do some moving baits. Let's go catch them. There he is. There he is. Finally got one. Wow, that took a while. Speed worm in his face. Wow, perfect hook set. Right in my roof. Pretty dark fish. Baby on my standards lately. Got my tail, son of a gun. If I hit the speed worm, they should hit the U-tail. Look at that. Little brim right there. That is what they are eating right there. Look at that, guys. Look how iridescent that thing is. It's got some blue in it. It's got some green in it. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's got some yellow and green and blue. It's got stripes. Wow, that is effervescent. That's interesting. I've never seen a brim that looked like that. That's what they were chasing, because I was like, they look like perch. They're brim. They've got lines, and they're like, they've got neon green. There he is. Let it go. There he is. Little. That was weird. Same deal. It was just weird. You had it, and then when you set the hook, he twisted all around. They are definitely on drops, deep drops. There it is. Oh, good one. Loosen my drag up too much. There we go, boys. There we go. Not a bit of water. Not a giant, but we will take him. It's been a tough little morning. So I'm fishing on, got one on the speed worm, full size, and the rest are coming on this Cinco. It's black and blue with that blue tip. I think what we had before, we had brim that were spawning, and these bass were staged up, schooled up around them. Now the brim babies have hatched. They're really small. Just showed that one, and they're chasing those little schools around. They're little wads, and they'll crickle across the water every once in a while, but fish don't seem to be schooled up. Sometimes around this time you gotta get a heavy weight and you gotta get a reaction, but I ain't doing that yet. And the reason why I don't want to flip is because the water's so dirty. The water was clear and you could see the holes, and the grass was really thick. It's not really thick, it's not matted up. You can't see it, so you can't pitch these holes. I mean, it's scattered. Some places, I mean, it's pretty obvious it's been killed, but I mean, the deep banks, there's nothing. You go up shallow, you got hydrilla. It seemed like the kill off was more of a hydrilla focused kill off, because you can see a lot of eelgrass that I never really noticed before because there was so much hydrilla. Then you go up to some areas 6-7 feet and you've got a lot of hydrilla, and it looks fine, the water's clear. Then you go to another area and it's still not there, the water's all dirty. But I wasn't getting bites up in the shallow water. I would figure that would be where they're at, and that's 6-7 feet where the hydrilla is real healthy and good and the water's clear. Saw bait getting chased, but didn't get any bites. We got 5 foot of grass here. There we go. There we go. There we go, boys. Beautiful boys. There we go. 12 feet right there. Just about to pull it up. Yes, they just don't. And I'd said before, they get on that worm and then they're done with it. They don't want that tail anymore. As dirty as this water was, nice, decent little fish. Dirty as this water is, I would think they'd want, the tail to kind of let them zero in. I mean, they're so used to such clear water. And we have 3 to 4 feet visibility, when prior to now, I think 7 foot was like the worst I saw. So I would think they would not want something so finesse like the Cinco, but that's what they want. So that's what we're going to give them. And light sinker, which they did hit that speed worm though. And I was just working that on the bottom like a worm. I wasn't reeling it. There's definitely spots still in like 10 feet that's super thick, which that could be eelgrass and not hydrilla, but it's just random where it is and where it isn't. We're going to plug around, see if we can get on any big ones. Huh. Very strange. There he is. Oh, they're definitely over here. Just gotta slow it down. Put that lighter weight on. Just kind of bounce it around a little bit. And this Cinco will kind of fall in that grass a little bit better. Good Lord, I hooked him good. Another little 2-pounder. That 2-pounder. But we are figuring a little bit out here. Changed it up to a Yum Dinger and June Bug from that black blue tail. So they're definitely just not really on that worm. Which stinks, because that big worm produces big bites, but they're not biting it. They're not biting it. Oh, there he is. Good one. Unless he's in the grass. I think he is, but I still think he's a good one. Oh yeah. Stay hooked, boy. Stay hooked. He ain't no monster, but oh yeah, he's kind of big. Oh, boys, let's go! Let's go! Oh, yes! Look at that, guys. Donkey alert. I'm using my old. Dude, look at that fish. Yes, sir. Alright. Figured something out. That's probably. Might push 6. I've never fished this shallow here because it's usually matted. Saw a little bait flicker. He's 5 probably. I don't think he's 6. Let's see. 5'2". Sweet. We will take him. Look at that, guys. Sweet. Put him in the well for a minute. Cinco. It's my biggest underhill fish of the year, probably. I'm using my rigged rod, which I used to use it exclusively until it broke. But I had already bought another one as a backup because I really like the rod. And now it's like this rod is too soft tip for work fishing around this grass. But it works great with a light Texas rig, like this 3/16. But still around this thick grass, it's a little too soft. But my 7.6 heavy favorite Pro Series cracked, either on a hook set or on a cast. So I gotta send that back. But this rod cast a 3/16 really good. We're on a hump. It seems like when you go around these areas, if you get in a flat area, you catch one around a hump. Oh God. He's not even that big, but he is. Oh yeah, he is. Well, he's not bad. Found him. Found him. Wow. He freaking was going, dude. Like 2.5. Oh, he's dark. Pretty marks. I might have got that bite in that grass. I didn't notice it was there. There he is. God, he was gone, dude. Dude was gone. He was nowhere near where I set the hook. Where you, boy? Alright, I'm gonna let this 5.2 go. Nice fish, though. Golly, look at the mouth. I can get my whole hand in there. Looks a lot bigger than what he is. Let him go. Big joker. Man, he's long. Golly, how long is that fish? That fish is almost 23 inches. My 8-pounder was only 25 inches. Get her back in. There you go, girl. She's like, I don't like it over here. This water is dirty. Alright, so today, Underhill is about as tough as I've seen it. Worst water clarity I've seen on the lake. It's like 3 to 4 feet. Grass is I mean, it's getting thick, almost matting out deep in some of the spots where it didn't die, but the rest, I mean, it's hit and miss. The eelgrass is up shallower, thick, so whatever they sprayed it with, I think they were focusing more on the hydrilla. And the other side has a lot more, probably had a lot more hydrilla. I went over there, and I've never been up as close to the bank as I was able to get. So just to let y'all know, if you want to fish near the bank, you can get on that bank. There's still hydrilla on the deep banks up close to the bank where it stops, but I mean, it's random here and there. Single digit depths were the best, and you needed to be near either a hump, high spot, or depth very close to a deep drop. Seemed to be the best for me. And then schooling action. Just kind of look where the fish are schooling, fish around those depths. So a lot closer in the bank than I've ever fished. But good day with that 5.2 at least. Got a few others. Cinco lightweight was the deal. Dark colors. Until next time, keep them rod tips bent. We'll see you next time on BMAS Fishing. We out.